Welcome to the Parkway RE podcast, the pulse of West Roxbury and Boston's Parkway community. This is where neighborhood stories come to life. We showcase the real people behind the businesses we trust, the local gems our community loves, the services that keep our neighborhood moving, and the organizations doing work that truly changes lives. And yes, real estate is part of the story too. The homes, the history, the market, and the momentum, shared from the front steps, not from the sidelines. No scripts, no noise, just real conversations with the real people shaping our streets. Whether you live here, work here, or just love this corner of Boston like we do, welcome to the Parkway RE podcast. Welcome back, everyone, to the Parkway Real Estate podcast. I'm Danielle O'Brien, your host and broker owner of Parkway Real Estate here in West Roxbury. Today's episode is all about the details on how to pull everything together, and I am joined by the founder and the owner of Top It Off, Elizabeth Hoenscheid. And Top It Off is a boutique known for helping women feel polished, confident, and put together throughout curated fashion, pieces, accessories, and I just love visiting their in-person shop here in West Roxbury off Center Street. We're going to talk to Elizabeth today about building a brand with staying power, understanding what customers really want, finishing putting the finishing pieces on your outfit and really making it, the right statement for wherever you're heading, not just outfits, awesome gift ideas, and it really helps people, show up to their day or their girl gatherings or whatever it is. So Elizabeth, I am so happy to have you here with us today.
It is so great to join you, Danielle, and congratulations on your podcast.
Thanks.
It's a special treat, I think, for Parkway. So thank you
Yeah.
for bringing it to everyone.
This episode is sponsored by Parkway Real Estate. For more information, call 857-400-9078.
Yeah, total passion project. It's been a lot of fun to meet people and sit down and chat with them and get to know their stories even more, right? I've known you for years now. Elizabeth and I met through West Roxbury Main Streets. We were both on the board. Elizabeth was the president for some time, but you had been involved in that for a long time before that.
I had.
Before we get into that, let's just tell everyone, tell us about Top It Off. Tell us about you, the history, how it started, all of that.
Okay. So in 2003, I was working in corporate America in marketing and product development for a software company and doing some creative things on the side. And I had a colleague who also was doing some things, creative things on the side. And so we started getting ribbon belts. Remember the ribbon belts in the early 2000s? They were huge. And we started making ribbon belts and selling them to stores. And we'd literally go out on our lunch break or after work, wear a ribbon belt into the store, and the people would say, oh my gosh, I love your belt. And we'd say, oh, well, funny you should mention that. And we'd start showing them all our belts. So it took off from there. And in 2004, I left my job in corporate America to do Top It Off full time and went right to the Atlanta gift market, which is the biggest gift show in the country, and started selling to stores. So we were designing apparel pieces. We had some bags that we were sourcing from a company in Maine. And everyone said, oh, we love this style, but we need the price points to be a little better. And as luck would have it, at our next show in New York the following month, we met someone who was sourcing from China. And so they act as our agent, and they acted as our agent to start us sorting. Gosh, I'm totally sourcing, not sorting. We're sourcing from China. And now we source about 90 to 95% of our line. In the spring, we are sourcing some products from India because they have great cottons. I'll tell you a little bit more about that later on. But if you've ever wondered, when I know a lot of people say, oh my gosh, I was on vacation and I saw Top It Off in a store in Florida, or I was in the Caribbean, or I was out in California, or I see your pieces in a catalog. That's because we are designing our line twice a year. We do a spring summer collection, which is what we're selling right now. And then we also do a fall winter collection. And we sell to over 2,000 stores around the country. So we're
Wow.
constantly listening to our boutique owners, gift shop owners, buyers who are listening to their customers. And then also our customers here in West Roxbury and in other places to find out what do they need. So we're all
Hmm.
about giving women styles that are very versatile, that are very easy to wear, that take them from the workplace to the weekend, that take them traveling, that take them to brunch, to dinner, whatever it might be. They're pieces that really help them have versatile and effortless style. And that
Hmm.
is really what we're all about, whether it be our new dresses this spring, which all have pockets because we all have our iPhone and we're trying to figure out, or our phone, and we're trying to
Yeah.
figure out where the heck is that phone. So we put pockets in our dresses. Um, we have great giftables. We have fantastic layers and just easy ways for women to either give a gift to someone that makes them really feel special, and that they'll actually use, and also make the person wearing the outfit or the accessory feel really stylish and really put together in an easy way.
Yeah, yeah, totally. I love I mean, I love everything there. I'm a big fan of the jewelry, and I have this, I've gotten it twice now because I actually lost the first one. It's the navy blue, like pouch with the pineapples on it. And I
Yes.
just love it. It's so perfect for the summer to like throw my stuff in and oh, the wristlet. I'm also
And we
having.
have so many new giftables in that category this year. So we really expanded in that because we found that that's what women are really looking
Mhm.
for. Like whether they be, our sweet spot is really kind of the 30 plus market,
Yeah,
but even teens and 20 something, they're looking for easy things that can help them feel organized, that are very practical, but they're really special too.
right,
So we
right.
did a lot of fold flat cosmetic bags this year. We did packing cubes, and if you've never used packing cubes
Yeah,
before, oh my gosh, they are a game changer.
yeah,
Um, and then we introduced sunglass cases and just a lot of little easy ways to add a little pop of style to
right.
whatever outfit you're wearing.
Right. Awesome. Yeah. I mean, so let me ask you this because I know you've sold to other places because even I've been someone to tell you that, hey, I was down the Cape and I saw Top It Off at one
Yes.
of the boutiques. And so you sell to these other stores, but we are so lucky in West Roxbury because we can come in and shop with you guys there.
Yes. So we used to do sample sales before COVID, and then at COVID, we had this office space and no one was using it, and people were looking for a product, and so we started doing pop-ups. And we actually have expanded our pop-up hours. So we're going to be open 5 days a week in our office at 20 McKenna Terrace. We're on the second floor. It's that there's a brick building that sits behind the parking lot of Rockland Trust. And you kind of feel like you're walking down the fire station driveway. And then all of a sudden, there we are. But we're right on the second floor. And people are always amazed. They walk in here and they're thinking, okay, wait, you've got this pop-up shopping experience. And there are these other people, they're in the back. And what the heck are they doing? Um, and so this year, starting actually in April, we're now open Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 10 to 5. And then on Wednesday, we're open in the evening as from 3 to 7. So for all those people who are working outside of West
Hmm.
Roxbury during the week, they can get in and do their shopping. And we're also open on Saturdays from 10 to 4. So the rest of the time during the week, you'll see there'll be other people. We're doing our marketing. We're working with our
Yeah,
sales reps. We work with about 60 sales reps around the country who represent our line. We produce a catalog for them and all the marketing collateral that they need so that they can go show people the beautiful pieces that we have that fit into the stories that retailers are telling around the country
right.
for the season. And we're working on our designs, we're working on fit. We've shoppers have been known to come in and and we might say, "Hey, what do you think about this?" Or, "Hey, would
Yeah,
you try this on?" Because we're trying to make sure that it's going to be the right fit for
right.
women once we source it.
Yeah, it's like actually really cool your setup because when you go in there and you see people like working at their desks and whatever they're doing and you're in the pop-up, you're like, I feel like I'm like in the story here. Like I'm part
Right.
of the story. And
Yes.
it's like so cool. I just think it's a really cool, I would never have thought of that before, right? Like having the boutique right in kind of the office area, but it's like you feel like you're just part of it all. And
Right.
it's really
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
And for us, it gives us such great opportunity to get good feedback. It was part of how we really expanded this giftable collection that we had because we saw women were coming in and they needed a hostess gift or a
Hmm.
Mother's Day gift or a graduation gift or a birthday gift.
Right.
And of course, there's Christmas when we get into the fall with all the various holidays, and it allowed us to really see what people were gravitating towards. And Michelle Sorrow runs our boutique, and she has such a great eye, and
Yeah.
she's really got her finger on the pulse of what people are looking for. So it allows us to do a lot of testing,
Yep.
which is really great. What are the key features that the products need to have? We're doing a lot of gingham this season. We're doing a lot of really fun prints with hydrangea and corals, and then we have some florals as well. So it really helps us to narrow in on what is the customer looking for,
Hmm.
and how do we deliver on something that is going to delight them at a price point that they're also going to be delighted with.
Right, right, totally. Yeah, because
Yeah,
it's definitely like affordable stuff and yeah, beyond just gifting to that one person, like I've gone in and gotten multiple things, for like a group outing I was going to or something, like the
right.
hats you had at one point and
Yes.
that wristlet that I love was different colors and it was kind of cool to give like each person their own thing, but it all be kind of grouped together uh,
Right.
for things. So
We
very
love
cool.
telling those stories. So, this season, um, America 250, America's 250th birthday that's coming up on July 4th. It's a really big deal. And so we put a lot of thought into our red, white, and blue collection. We have
Hmm.
sweaters that have flags. We have brooches that are in red, white, and blue, and lots of our ginghams as well. We really put that eye on. So we help our retailers kind of tell that story
Yep.
for their customers who are walking in through the door,
Right.
and look for pieces that can kind of pop into what it is, what are the stories, what are the experiences that their customers are looking for.
I love that. It's so clear that you came from marketing, just in your storytelling, right? And that must have been a huge help in starting your business.
It really has been. So my background is in marketing and it's and management consulting. And I think what's so important is always listening to the customer. The joke is always at the beginning of the season, my least favorite piece will be the number one seller, and it
Yeah.
will be my best favorite piece ever, because it's really what the customer wants.
Right.
So,
Right.
it might be, of course, we're always looking for styles that we're looking for inspiration. What are women looking for? What are the styles that they're gravitating toward? Um, I mentioned that we had the pockets in the dresses. We knew that women want these easy to
Hmm.
wear. And we thought, gosh, like that's just like we're tired of looking for our phones everywhere, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
some of these things kind of come organically just in conversation and in our experiences and looking for, what are the right prints? What are the right color stories? What are those easy pieces that give women the confidence that they're looking for in their
Right.
fashion? I mean, that's why we're in the business of making people feel good, right?
Right.
Whether it's the gift they're giving, the gift they're receiving, or that outfit that they're wearing that makes them feel like $1 million,
Right.
right? And
Right.
so that's it's really fun to be part of that experience.
Yeah, that is so cool. Very cool. So, all right. So, speaking of gift giving, one of your most popular items for sure were the gloves. Can you tell
Yes.
us about that?
Yes. So there truly is an Oprah effect. I would say she's probably, we all talk about influencers all the time, and she was probably one of the very first influencers on a major scale before there was
Totally.
social media. And we were absolutely thrilled to be picked in 2022 for our Dawn glove, and then follow it up the next year in 2023 with our Sherry glove. And it was just an absolute thrill. When that list hits, it goes crazy. We had to
Right.
build out an Amazon store. So we were told 2 months in advance. We had 1 month to get our product in. We're getting it in from China, airing it in, getting it to Amazon, which is a feat in itself. We had to get really smart on how does Amazon work,
Right.
how all these inventory levels and tagging requirements and this, that, and the other thing. And then at the end of the day, it's Amazon is a marketing engine.
Right.
So how do we make the marketing work? 2022 was really fun, and we were out of gloves all the time. Every time we thought, okay, we're going to air in more gloves and we're going to get them into Amazon and it's all going to be great. And then they would all be sold by the
Yeah.
time they landed. That's a great problem to have.
Yeah. Yeah.
But 2023 was really, really fun because we were able to really do some great projections and be ready for
Right.
all of the consumers who wanted those gloves.
Right. Such a frenzy.
It was
Such a
such a
frenzy.
frenzy. And the other thing that was really fun, and I think it always goes back to the power of traditional media, for example. In 2022, the CBS company, the CBS channel came in and they did an interview, and it just kept going over and over and over and over again. And then once they picked it up, then ABC, NBC, Fox,
Hmm.
all of the area media companies. And that was just an absolute, it was so fun to be a part of because we knew, like, yeah, the consumer is really interested in this.
Hmm.
She's really interested in what's going on and what Oprah has to say, or, the big trends that are out there. And it was just an absolute thrill to be a part of.
Yeah, and it was cool for our community to be like, wow, one of our stores in town has this. And like I said, part of the charm of shopping at your place is that you're right in the mix of the business like as it's happening. And so it was kind of cool from the outside to feel like I was part of it too, because I was up there buying the gloves, with
Right.
everybody.
That's fun.
So yeah, it was,
A
and
lot of
like
fun.
the price point on those was ridiculous. I mean, it was really great to be able to like get them for everybody because it was affordable and they were great. I still use them, in the winter. I matched it with the sequin hat. I have the
Yes.
maroon ones with the maroon sequin hat.
Oh, I
And
love
so
it.
it's like my staple on New Year's
Yes.
Eve, you know? It's like
Exactly.
it's perfect.
Exactly.
So,
And I think those one size pieces, whether it be the gloves or the hats, or in the spring and summer, we have a lot of wraps that are so perfect for,
yeah,
this New England weather, right? We all want to think it's going to be spring, but it's going to
right.
take us
We
it
need
might
some
be
layers.
spring for a
Yeah.
minute, and you need those layers, those
Yeah.
easy pieces. So those are always really fun. We do jean jackets and some sweaters that are just easy to wear. They're
Yeah.
constantly, pieces that you're going to reach to time and time again, no matter what you're doing and where you're going.
Right, right, totally. So tell me a little bit about, I know, but I think people would be curious to know, and I find it very interesting. You are so involved with the community. You're always sponsoring things, you're always doing things. Tell us a little bit about some of the community impact you guys have had.
Sure. Um, I grew up with parents who are very involved in our community in upstate New York, in a little town called Peru in upstate New York, near the Canadian border. And my parents definitely instilled in me that need to give back to the community. So my husband and I moved here 21 years ago, and we were very active in our kids' schools. Our kids went to Holy Name. My son went to Catholic Memorial. My daughter's at Newton Country Day, and we've always strived to really be part of those communities and support education in every way that we can. And that goes to all the schools in the area,
Mm-hmm.
doing fundraisers where we give a percentage back, or donating baskets and for the fundraisers that they have, but also supporting kids in everything that they do, from soccer to softball,
Mm-hmm.
and baseball. Those activities, I think, are just amazing for kids as they're growing up, and really important for our family. My husband and I both coached teams, soccer teams, softball teams, baseball teams. Like, we're all in, and ready to be a part of those. And I have been a member of Main Streets for a really long time. I would say, I mean, it's coming on 15 years.
Yeah.
And it's such a great organization that's really supporting local, and supporting the heartbeat of our community, and really trying to activate Center
Mm-hmm.
Street and Spring Street, and get people out and about, enjoying what's here, and continuing to evolve everything. So it's I know you and I worked together on so many
Mm.
initiatives while we were on the board together, and you continue to, and that work is so important, whether it be, West Roxbury 175 that's coming up
Mm-hmm.
in May, or just supporting a local business that has something that's going on. We're always, everyone's looking for what's happening in West Roxbury, and to be able to shine a spotlight on that,
Mm-hmm.
I think is really important. Recently, I joined the board of Anna's Pals, and I
Great.
know Chris was on
Yeah, she
with
was.
you on I think your first episode, right?
Yeah, she was. Yeah,
Um,
she was our first. Like, Lindsay was our first guest for Main Streets, but Chris, like, she knew about the podcast before really anybody, and I was like, you have to be one of the first people
yes,
because she's so special. Yeah,
she
I'm so
is
glad to hear
special.
that you're on the board there.
Yes, and the beach house that they are striving to build is just absolutely an amazing project that's going to make such a difference for
Yeah.
immunocompromised kids and their families. And I'm very excited to be a part of it, hopefully bringing some of my entrepreneurial kind of approaches and
Mm-hmm.
marketing to that, to the hopefully bring the house to fruition in the
Right.
near term. There have been some major milestones that have been hit over the course of the last year, and I think the momentum is really
Yeah.
building, and that is really, really exciting.
Yeah, totally. And this episode actually just goes to show how intertwined we actually
Mhm.
are here in this small town in the city, right? Because there's Chris is not on the board with us. I know you from the board, and then, but you know Chris from other things, and I don't know, just everybody getting involved in everybody's, positive happenings in the
Yes,
area, and really supporting everybody in that way. And I think it's a really special place because of that. Because when you hear of something happening, like, everybody's like, how can I help? What can I do to get involved? And
right.
a lot of collabs and community
Yes,
building in that way. And so,
it's
I had
true.
no idea you were joining that board, but like, it's just a perfect fit. That sounds awesome. So
Yes. And
that's great.
as you said, it really is a small town in a big city. And that's what really drew my husband and I to West Roxbury. Someone mentioned it to us, and we came here. And I mentioned earlier, I grew up in a little town. I mean, less than 3,000 people in upstate New York.
Oh,
So this is really the big city.
yeah.
Um, but it gives you that real small community vibe. People know each other, people support each other.
Hmm.
I always tell my kids, you never know, someone's looking out on the street, so you can't pull anything on us.
Yeah.
You have that, but you do have that community of people, whether it be people from your schools, your activities, your kids, the activities that you're involved in, or the businesses. And the
Right.
business community, I think, really does a lot to support each other as well. And, it's really needed, right? Like it's amazing to have all these small businesses here in
Yeah.
West Roxbury, and to continue to support them, because they really are the lifeblood of the community.
Right, right. I mean, they're what brings people here to spend their money here, and um, meet and gather, and
Yes,
have memories here,
and
right? Like, build their
exactly.
memories here.
Right.
So, how can folks reach you? What's the best way for them to reach you and kind of become part of your story? Head up to your store and follow you online and see all the great things you're doing.
Yes, so definitely follow us on social media at Top It Off Accessories. We also have a website, topitofaccessories.com. But I would in this area, I would invite you to come in and shop in our pop-up at 20 McKenna Terrace on the second floor. We're open Tuesday through Saturday. And that's so Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 10 to 5, on Wednesday from 3 to 7, and then Saturday from 10 to 4.
Great.
And what I will say is that when you come in here, we're really offering warehouse prices. So these are
Right.
unbelievable deals.
Totally.
People often say, "Oh, I saw you, but that dress, was more than twice as much as I paid when in West Roxbury," and that
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
true. We are definitely letting the community in on some major great deals,
Yeah,
and we're always.
totally.
Yeah, we're always looking to be at a really giftable price point and a really affordable price point in general. But when you come into our pop-up here, it's even better. And when you do, definitely, or if you have friends who watch our Top It Off West Roxbury Facebook, um, get invited to that page because it's just a lot of fun. And Michelle Sorrow just does an amazing job and oftentimes brings people in from our office and sometimes our customers,
Right.
and really just kind of lets people know of what's going on and gives people great ideas for whatever might be going on, if whether they're thinking about Mother's Day, or they've
Mhm.
got graduation gifts that they have to buy, or they're looking for that special dress to wear to a shower, but they need it to be able to go traveling with them later in the summer. And she just brings it all to life. And I
Yeah.
think that's what's really fun, is that, the styles that we are designing are really about um, just going everywhere that she wants to be.
Right.
Um,
Right.
and it's really fun on our Top It Off West Roxbury page.
I'm so glad you mentioned that because I'm going to show everybody. I'm wearing my I Heart Drake May
Love it.
sweater. That wasn't part of like your line or anything, but it was oh my gosh, we have to do this. Patriots are in the Super Bowl, and it was so easy to go and grab. It was under $30. I don't even remember what it was, but it's I love it. I like wear it all the time, and
Yes.
so when you're part of that page, you get to kind of be part of these like one-off runs that
Right.
is really special. And I wore it for the Super Bowl, and yeah, it's awesome. So
And who
people
doesn't
can
love
reach
Drake May?
us
Yes.
totally, and Michael May, like she's
I know.
fantastic. So
Yes.
she should get one of these. Actually, we should see if we could get her one. But yeah, people can comment on the episode, and we'll make sure to have them follow that page. Because if you're local, even a half-hour drive wherever you are, like to come to your shop is really special.
Yes.
So
Come visit us. We'd love to see you. We'd love to show you what's happening and help you out with whatever
yeah,
you're looking for, whether it's style for yourself or if it's gifts that you're looking to give to others as well. We have a lot of fun, putting
yeah.
that all together and helping people find the perfect thing that they're looking for.
Yeah, and for those who are watching this on, you can view this through YouTube. That's your store behind you. That's the West Roxbury
It
store
is.
behind you. So it's a
It
small
is.
little perfectly, populated place with great items. So
Yeah, so we have lots of prints and lots of great color stories that we're doing, gingham stories, and so yeah, just a little view of a little teaser. So come in and see us. We'd love to say hi.
all right, great. Elizabeth, thank you so much for joining me. This was so fun. We're not a retail heavy spot in West Roxbury, so it's been awesome to showcase, the few great places that we have that people can come and shop and bring a tangible item home, beyond the services and restaurants that we have. So, a reminder that little businesses like, the smallest to some of the larger businesses on our street, like on Center Street in the West Roxbury Main Streets area, like definitely play a role in the community here, and the community plays a role in building their businesses, and it's really it's really been a lot of fun to showcase them. So
It
thank you
is
for
a lot of
joining
fun.
me.
Thank you so
And
much, Danielle. It's been great to chat with you and
yes.
and share a little bit more about Top It Off.
And I always tell people I will give a little real estate tidbit towards the end, and half the time I forget because I'm just so excited and focused on the business. So all I'm going to say for this week is we have some great listings that are coming out right now, and I think by the time your episode airs, they might not even be on the market anymore because spring has sprung in fashion and in real estate. So,
Yes.
people can reach me if they want to discuss maybe their home value, their net worth, things like that, because I can't even tell you. We've got a great house coming on at right around 1.1 million. I think it will be gone by the time this episode is airing. A multifamily, all these great spots
Yes.
where people can actually walk to your business from there. So a
Well,
lot of
it's a great
in-town
community,
spots.
so it's in hot demand, that's for sure.
For sure. So, all right, Elizabeth, thank you. And
Thank
everybody
you.
else, I can't wait to see you next time. Bye.
Thanks, Danielle.
Thank you for joining us. Stay tuned for more insightful episodes of the Parkway RE podcast with your host, Danielle O'Brien.